Hello, everyone. At this time, I want to take this time to make preparations to do this live interview. And so, at this time, the person that I'm interviewing, would you like to give your name? Just feel free to introduce yourself.
My name is Teresa Smith.
Teresa Smith. Well, it's nice to meet you, Miss Teresa Smith. And Miss Teresa Smith, I know that you've had some health ailments. So at this time, I would like for you to just let us know a little bit more about your health ailments.
Okay, I've been a diabetic since 1991. I've had two bad strokes in 2013 that partially paralyzed my right side. I've had two heart attacks. I got high blood pressure, congestive heart failure. I got diabetic retinopathy of the eyes. I've got glaucoma, and I got osteoporosis.
My goodness, that's a pretty good bunch of ailments.
Yeah,
Considering you have that many ailments, around how many drugs would you say that you have to take?
13 to 14 a day.
13 or 14 a day?
Yes.
Man. And anyone that's watched my videos, actually, she is mentioned in video 16 and video number 23. I don't mention her by name, but I do mention her. And so once you go back to those videos, the female mentioned is either her or another person that I already did an interview on. And so, let me see. Also, could you tell me more about? You've told me about your visit to your with your eyes, with your eye exam. Could you tell me a little bit more about that and what you was sharing, if you don't mind, dealing with your eyes?
The diabetic retinopathy, I was diagnosed in 2018. I've had 20 laser eye surgeries on each eye so far. I've got toric lenses, which is like a contact, but they're implants to help slow the process down. I was diagnosed with glaucoma 6 or 7 months ago in 2024.
Mm, okay. And also, I know that you said congestive heart failure.
Yes.
Could you tell us a little bit more about the problems or your success or improvements as far as that goes?
Really, there's not no improvements on my congestive heart failure. It's a day-to-day basis I have to live with. I constantly have swelling every day. I have my ankle swells because of the congestive heart failure, and it causes me to retain fluid throughout the day or sometimes on a daily basis.
Right. Okay. And as far as hospital visits, around how many hospital visits would you say that you probably had in your lifetime? I mean, just go ahead and the best of your remembrance.
I know in 1992, after I became a diabetic, I was in Children's UAB for a little over a month. Um, my rehab stay for my strokes in Huntsville Hospital was 3 months. Uh, and then the last one wasn't really overnight, but that's when I found out I had osteo in my right hip.
Mm. So how does that treat you in your osteo? You say osteo in your right hip.
Yes.
How does it treat you and what kind of problems does it present to you?
Uh, on a daily basis, it is a struggle. Sometimes I can be walking a straight line, and the next thing I know, my hip gives away, and I'm on the floor or the ground. I have fell quite a few times since I've been diagnosed. Uh, I have broke my kneecap, and I have cracked my fibula because of it, where I fell promptly onto the ground.
I remember one time you was telling me that you was at a friend's house and as you got ready to leave, actually they thought you'd already left. I think you said they was getting ready to leave and saw you was outside on the ground.
Yes,
Could you tell?
that's the night.
Hmm.
It was an early birthday outing that we was gonna do for me, and I moved my car. I got out of the car. Next thing I know, my hip went out, locked up. I was on the ground for a little while, and they proceeded to come out the door, and they thought I was already in the car, and they looked down, and I was on the ground. So her male friend picked me up, and took me to the hospital because I could not put no weight bearing whatsoever on my solid whole right leg.
Right, man. I imagine that was pretty rough.
Yeah.
And so also, when I mentioned earlier that more than I mean, you are in video number 16 and 23, if not one of them. Are you aware of that?
No.
And so now, like I say, when you look at it, you would look at it as this female I know or this lady I know. And so now once you watch it, you'll say, oh, he's talking about me. So now you will know exactly who that person is. And so also, I sent you a picture of the Novel Seed supplement. Now, when you saw that Novel Seed supplement, this is kind of like changing the subject, but it's still about you. But I just want to get your opinion on this as well. When you saw the Novel Seed supplement, what was your opinion? What did you think when you saw it? What did you think?
I really didn't know what to think. I looked at the picture when you first came to me about it. I didn't know what it was. It just looked like a piece of shell to me.
A piece of shell?
Yeah.
What kind of shell?
One that you find on the riverbank or.
Oh, like clams and stuff.
Yeah.
Those kind of shells.
Yeah.
You know what? I never thought about that. But you know what? Someone told me an egg. And then once I looked at it, I said, yeah, I can see what you're saying. Someone else told me that the one they ate looked like peanut brittle. And then I looked at it, I can see where you're coming from. And now you said yours resembled a shell.
Yeah.
I can understand that one too. Y'all got some pretty good insights because once all of y'all said different things, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. And so I know it's been a while since you tried one. Can you remember at all what it tastes like?
It had a sweet taste and it was a little crunchy.
It was a little crunchy?
Yeah.
So that means you chewed it up.
Yes.
Okay, and then when you said it was sweet, I mean, was it a bad taste?
No, it wasn't bad at all. It just had like a sweet taste to it.
If someone was to say, man, was it nasty? Was it yucky? What would you say?
It wasn't nasty on my taste buds.
Right. Okay, now, I know when you picked it up, it had a certain texture to it. What would you say the texture resembled? Or if someone said, what did it feel like? What would you tell them?
To me, it probably like if you were looking like a shell open, the smooth side on the inside of the shell.
Right.
That's the texture it had to me, my opinion.
Right. Around how long has it been since you last? Okay, when was the first time you took one, and when was the last time? If it's not the same time.
I've only took one, and I think it was 3 years ago.
Oh wow, 3 years ago. That's been a while ago. Okay, since it's been 3 years ago, I was talking to you once before, and you told me that you hadn't had a virus since then.
No,
Can you verify that?
I haven't had any viruses whatsoever that would hinder me to stay in the hospital for a couple of days or quarantine myself or anything like that. I haven't had any viruses whatsoever. I've had a cold, but that's about it.
Right. And since taking the Novel Seed supplement, have you had any bad side effects?
No.
Okay, that's a great thing to know right there. And also, one thing I am glad about this Novel Seed supplement, I am glad that, I mean, when I first talked to the FDA, they told me, they said, we're going to have to call this a supplement. They said, because it's not a vaccine. I said, okay. They said, so it is a supplement. And so I do feel good about them saying it's a supplement because really it is. It's oral. You take it by mouth. And like I said, I've been knowing how to do this since I was a kid. Everyone that's ever tried one, they have the same results that you've said. They've had no bad side effects. I haven't run across no one that said, oh man, that was nasty, I'm never trying that again. Most people was like surprised at the taste. And so with you saying that, I mean, but you just never told me that it wasn't nasty to you either. And I like those kind of, results. And so since you had never seen one before, once you first saw one and I brought it to you and you was gonna try it, what made you trust me? Because I mean, you can't trust every day. You can't trust everyone because everyone isn't trustworthy. So I want to know what in the world made you trust me, considering you had never seen this before.
I just trusted you. I went on your word.
Right.
And I know you wouldn't stir me wrong.
Uh-huh.
or do nothing to hinder any of my health elements or anything like that.
And you know, you said that you sound very sure when you said that. How sure? I mean, I know how sure you are, but I mean, let the people that's watching, the listeners and watchers, know what makes you feel like you could trust me like that. There had to be something to make you feel that way. Like Tierbo told me that I've gave him some stuff before and it helped him. He said so from that point on, he said that he just started trusting me. He been knowing me his whole life, which he's older than me, so of course he's known me his whole. I mean, not his whole life, but my whole life. And so, what did I do to make you trust me?
I've known you for over 8+ years,
Wow.
and really, you've never said anything wrong. I've tried a few things that you have gave me in the past.
And then, what was the results on them? Because I can't really remember all of them, but what was the results that you received when you did try different things that I suggested?
Good.
Oh well, okay, I like that. I like that. And so also, like I tell people that don't know, they say, "What is this?" Like Turbo, he said, "What is this for?" I said, "Man, this was made to fight viruses." Like I said, I learned how to make this when I was a little kid, and I never did forget. And so once I learned how to make it years ago, when I say years ago, that's close to 40 years ago. I never forgot how to make it. So I decided that if it's made to help fight viruses, I'm going to use it for that same purpose. And I found out in time that it helps fight more than viruses, and I'm proud of that. That's the reason why I want so bad for the FDA to grab it, try it, and see what's going on. Because I'm pretty sure they could find out something that I have no idea about, and they could let the world know. Because if it can help people, like it helped you and help another person that I interviewed, if it can help y'all the way I've seen and the way I want, man, this could be life changing. And it would make me happy, but not just me happy. I'm not worried about me being happy. I'm worried about other people being healthy, and feel better in life. Because, like I've said, even before I even started doing my videos or wrote any of my books, I always told people life is more enjoyable when you're healthy. Do you agree with that assessment?
Yes.
All right. And see, also, and let me see. Next month, which is April, I talked to the Huntsville. I talked to the Athens news carrier just the other day, and they told me that they was going to do another story. And they said the story more than likely is going to be in color. I don't know exactly what they're going to say in the newspaper or what kind of story they're going to cover. So just want to let you know that I should be in the newspaper next month. Like I say, next month, that'll be April. And I'm looking forward to it. And so, let me see. I'm trying to think of anything else I have to ask. Actually, I can't think of anything else, just other than the newspaper. I'm looking forward to it. And do you yourself have anything, like any suggestions or any kind of thing that you would like to tell someone out there in the world, maybe to uplift them, their spirits, or anything? Because you've been through a lot. You're dealing with your eye, dealing with your heart. I mean, dealing with, just anything, any words of encouragement that you would like to share with anybody out there in the world that may be watching this video.
Never give up.
Oh, wow, I love that. Could you say that one more time?
Never give up.
Say it with a mean smile. Yeah. No, you ain't got to look mean, but hey, if you look mean, I wouldn't be used to that. But hey, I just want to say thank you again for this interview. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed this interview, and it's a pleasure talking to you. And thanks for letting everyone know about your input and sharing with the world your diagnosis and the things you've been through and things that you've overcame and that you will overcome. So hey, as I always tell people, hey, on Miracle Intentions, please like, share, and subscribe. No human alive could possibly plan this divine story and miracle that I believe I am destined to share. May God bless you, and may He forever keep you.